I am Gray. 16 years old and fought brain cancer for 10 years. I've had 17 surgeries, 5 chemo regimens, and been on hospice 3 times. Ask me anything. Welcome to Reddit. If you could tell one thing to every person in the world, what would it be? I would like to spread awareness about brain tumors. Support the fight against childhood cancer. May is Brain Tumor Awareness Month. Hey Gray, I'm a 17-year-old battling brain cancer now. Do you have a favorite doctor/nurse that you love talking to? And what advice would you give to me or others who are battling childhood cancer? Just try not to think about what you have. Let your family or whoever take care of that. Just focus on being a kid. You know who I got that from? M. What do you want for Christmas? Pirate gear. Good morning, Gray. I've been helping my wife through a similar situation for a bit over 5 years now. 4 bouts of various types of cancer: gastrointestinal neuroendocrine carcinoma, cervical, ovarian, and now, just last month, stage 3 melanoma. How have you dealt with the depression and/or isolation that typically comes with this ordeal? Michelle, as a caregiver, same question. I feel like I get depressed and alone, but I always remember that I have people to help me through those moments. And when I remember that, it makes me feel peppy again. That there are people out there that are cheering for me, and it helps me not feel alone and conquer what I'm going through. From Michelle, keeping him involved with people with similar conditions. Like Coach Art. When you do things with Coach Art, there are families and kids with similar situations, and we get to be together as a group. Creating opportunities to share within the foundations we are involved with is an outlet for him to share. This is probably going to get buried, but I wanted to let you know that when I was diagnosed with a brain tumor at 24, I became really jaded and relied on gallows humor to cope. I am 27 now and can be rather bitter over how much I have lost: peripheral vision, being able to drive at night, decent looking hair/skin, and a modest credit score, over my diagnosis and subsequent treatment. Reading your Ask Me Anything has blown me away with how positive and insightful you are at 16. You have a lot to be proud of, and I hope your co-captain knows that she raised a wonderful young man. Per this subreddit's rules, I have to ask a question. When you went through chemo, did you have Temodar, the oral chemo? Have you found it to be more mild than intravenous chemotherapy? I'd like to say thank you, and I'm sorry to hear about what you lost. But just remember, there's always a silver lining at the end of the rainbow. What's your dream? To find a cure to brain tumors. I have lots of dreams, but that's my biggest dream. I think 7 kids die from a brain tumor each day. Good morning, Gray. Hopefully you're having a good day. What do you feel most proud of? Hi. Just the fact that I'm still here and still going. Anytime that I'm feeling down and having a bad day, I remember that I'm a brain tumor survivor, and that's not by luck. Hi Gray, thank you for sharing your experiences with us. What has been the hardest part of dealing with your medical issues? Would be interested to hear from your mother about this as well. Just going through treatments one after another. Every time I have an MRI or surgery, I'm wondering, am I gonna make it or am I gonna die? Sometimes I wonder if this is the last one. Mom said hardest for Gray has been the anxiety and anticipation of going through treatments. That's always been the hardest. Hey Gray. First off, just want to say that you're an amazingly strong young man for enduring what you have. I just lost my mom, 4 months ago, to cancer after a 4+ year battle. She's the strongest person I've ever known, and I can only imagine what it was like for her, but I'm so happy that you fought just as hard as she did, and you're still at it. People like you too inspire me and millions of others to never give up in life. Also, what are your top 3 favorite games? Happy holidays. That touched my heart, thank you. Skipbo, Monopoly Deal, and Uno Attack. How do you live your daily life? Making moments out of everything. Hi there. As a current medical student / future physician, do you have any advice for me either about a really positive experience you've had with your doctors or even a particularly negative experience that you'd want to share with me? Thanks for doing this, hang in there and keep fighting. I'm on your side, fighting against cancer, just from a different angle. You are inspiring with all your positivity. Yes, I do. The patient is always right. The patient and their parents are always right. Listen to your patient's parents and also listen to their parents. Don't look at them like they're crazy. Just trust them. Good morning, awesome folks. As a fairly new father, having something like this happen to my daughter is one of my greatest fears. So I guess this question is aimed more at Lady Crimson. What were the early signs of Gray's illness? What led to the discovery of his tumors? You guys are great and I wish you all the best in the future. Thanks for doing this. From Michelle, something seemed off. I would say motherly instincts. Something seemed off that I couldn't figure out and I would take him to the pediatrician. It was pressure in his head that would build up at night and he couldn't sleep. He would wake up very disoriented. After he would be up for a while, he would be fine. Anything that is persistently off, he was symptomatic at 4. I didn't get him diagnosed until 6. You kind of have to go by developmental milestones. But it's hard to tell at that age and you don't want to take him to the hospital all the time. From Gray, people thought my mom was crazy. Good morning, Gray, do you believe in an higher power? Me being in your situation, I'd always think, why me? I used to feel like God chose me to pick on me. I sort of still feel that way a little bit. Everything happens for a reason, but I wonder why God chose me to have the brain tumor. Michelle says one day Gray said, "You know what, Mom? Sometimes, bad things just happen." Hi Gray. You're the man. What's your favorite kind of music to dance to? Rock and roll. I can only imagine the pain you've been through. If I could ask, what exactly is the kind of brain cancer that you have and are you currently in remission? From Michelle, he has diffuse fibrillary astrocytoma throughout the brain and spine. Hey Gray, I'm a neurosurgery resident currently at our children's hospital and work with kids with brain tumors. What are some things that you and your parents appreciated, or maybe didn't appreciate, from your neurosurgeon? It's an understatement to say what you and your family have been through is challenging, but your attitude is awesome. Keep it up. From Joe, I actually have a classic Gray story. He was beating me pretty bad in skip-bo one day. I was completely out-strategized. I said, "Gray, you know that you are really smart, right?" He responds, "Well, I do hang out with a lot of neurosurgeons." Morning Gray, hope your day is going well. If I may ask, what advice would you give someone who has just been diagnosed with brain cancer? Also, thank you for the Ask Me Anything. To not worry. That you're in good hands with your family and your doctors. Make sure your family knows that they need to trust what they believe in and not always trust what the doctors say. Hi Gray. Do you have any weird favorite snacks? My favorite thing right now is cauliflower rice mixed with eggs and barbecue spices. Hi Gray, it will be interesting to read your responses. After living with this for many years, what would you say are some of the most common misconceptions and / or preconceived notions that you face regarding your situation? Also, what are your favorite movies? Take care. People think that I'm fine sometimes. Oh, he's fine, he's not chronically sick. I just want to be heard and my story be heard. Michelle says, I think people think you get cancer and they take it out, you get treatments, and it's done. But it's not like that. He's been in and out of treatment for 10 years. Some cancers are too dangerous to remove. To add movies, Mom said Chicken Run used to be a favorite. But Gray said emphatically that it is no longer the case. Hello Gray. I'm 31 and I have cervical cancer, Gone through 2 rounds of chemo, 5 surgeries, and hoping to get on a clinical trial since it spread to my lungs. I too, am often asked how I'm so positive. I tell them the alternative is depressing. I can't think about how horrible everything could become. I'd just be a sad, depressed person. I too get very anxious with treatments and tests. I'm always thinking, is this where I find out there is nothing else we can do? My mom gets anxious as well. So far I have a way forward and I focus on that as a positive. Keep up you sprints and enjoy Christmas crafts. If you're not positive, negative things are going to happen. You get what you put out. Think positive and positive things happen. Good luck to you. Edit, from Michelle. There was a pivotal point in which I decided that we were going to live, we were not going to let his treatments take over and stop us from living. You have to live your life. Why fight for it if you're not going to actually live for it? Hey Gray, watched your video, thanks for being pretty awesome and having way better dance moves than me. Besides the dancing, how do you like to spend your free time? Any favorite movies or books or hobbies you have? Doing arts and crafts. I like to do all arts and crafts. Edit, from Joe, his Pinterest username is Gray. He loves Pinterest. Yo Cap, what's the best hospital food you have ever had? Way to keep battling, bud. You are tougher than I. Grilled cheese. Edit, like, their grilled cheeses are the real deal. Favorite video game? Sly 3. Hey brother Gray, what's your favorite baseball team? Dodgers. Hey Gray, how do you keep up with your studies? And is the a subject that is your favorite? I have a homeschooling teacher that comes to my apartment. Do you get tired of people focusing on cancer as a defining quality of you? I mean, would you rather people talk about something else more often with you? I half think people just associate me with cancer. But mostly I think people think I'm a normal kid and look like a normal kid. Part of it is because I don't have the typical signs like losing my hair and stuff. It feels bad when people give me a weird look like they're scared of me when they find out I have cancer. Sometimes my doctors focus on the bad even though I know they are just doing their job and trying to make me better. Sometimes I don't like being at the hospital because of the negativity. Sometimes I feel poisoned with negativity. Outside of the hospital I feel like I can breathe. The negativity is like smog and I'm breathing in the smog. Ayo Captain Gray. If you won $1 million, what would you do with it? Donate all to brain tumor research. Hi Captain Gray. Do you play any kind of video games? PC, console, or mobile, it doesn't matter. If so, what kind of games are you inclined to? First-person shooters? Or racing games? Or role-playing games? Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS. I play food games on my iPad. Hey Gray, I see you've chosen to rock a double bracelet and middle finger ring, which I dig. What is the story behind the ring? What other pieces do you have in your collection? That's my bling. The bracelets remind me of a special moment or special person. The ring I made out of a milk carton cap. Hi Gray. Your story is inspiring. Love that you are so positive. What would you say is your fondest memory or the moment in life when you were happiest? When I'm with my family. Because there are some kids who don't have a family. Good afternoon, Gray and Michelle. My name is Lizzle. I was one of your nurses at UCLA. I remember your family so vividly because of how amazing your spirit is. Thank you so much for sharing your story and giving children all around the world hope for surviving cancer. It is possible and you're living proof of such an amazing miracle. Michelle, bless your heart for staying strong and fighting just as hard as Gray has. God bless, Gray. Happy holidays. Don't stop fighting. From Michelle, Mom here. Thank you for the kind message. Hopefully we won't see you again anytime soon, but if we do it will be with a smile and a hug. What is it like to walk out of hospice? From Michelle, Mom here, Gray was receiving hospice care at home. But we had a great hospice RN and Gray is definitely her boy. We still talk and she is super protective and will always be someone we remember and on team amazing Gray. Hi Gray. I'm just about to start a new job as a youth worker for a tertiary-based youth cancer service. I'm very excited, but obviously also very nervous. Would you have any advice, from your own experience, about what it's like having all these people working around you, and how I could make sure I do a good job for the young people I'll work with? Just listen to your patients and make sure that you do things the way they want them. Hey Gray, please let me know how you would want people around cancer patients treat them. Let me explain. I understand that pity is out of the question, stupid encouragement like we will do it together is too, fake optimism, constant pity, all of this is crap. What do you want people around you to say, to do? Please help us. Hope you understand my question. I feel very awkward even asking you this. From Michelle, Mom here. I think what I have learned to do is feed off of Gray's mode. If he is angry, then I use the anger to fuel good things. Fight fire with fire. No pity party. Focus on what he can do to encourage positive momentum. Acknowledge a bad day for what it is, whether physically or emotionally, but then move on. Sometimes all I can do or say is I am sorry you are having a bad day, or what can I do to help? Hello Gray. Thanks for doing this. Ask me anything. What has been the most special moment of your life? When I broke my first board in karate. How do you feel about the direction Disney is taking the Star Wars franchise? I think it's pretty cool. Hey Gray. Not sure if you'll read this, I'm a bit late to the game here. I have a tumor, benign, in the cerebellum region, not sure of the exact name for the location. I have surgery to remove it on January 11, 2017. I'm terrified. I had another tumor removed last year from within the spinal canal, at T8. I recovered wonderfully, but was still terrified. I cannot imagine that many years and surgeries. My heart goes out to you, and I wish you the best of luck with everything. My question is, have you looked into marijuana/CBD extract to try and treat the tumor? From Michelle, Mom here. We have not tried the CBD to treat the tumors. It has actually come a long way and there are much more published studies with respect to its use. We did use it to help manage anxiety and insomnia and it was effective. Wishing you the best in your next surgery. Be good to yourself. Hey Gray, what's your favorite movie/TV show? Ever thought about going Heisenberg and just cooking meth? Zootopia for movie and Young Justice for TV show. It's like the Justice League but they're kids. Good morning Gray, who's your favorite Batman? Batman Beyond. Favorite kind of pizza? She's pizza. Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Moon? I don't know. I'm not used to the new Pokemon. I'm used to Pokemon Black and White. PICU nurse here. What do we do right? And what do we do wrong? Keep fighting. The thing that nurses do right is to listen to their patients and how they like things done. Nurses do wrong talking about medical stuff in front of the patient instead of talking to the family outside the room. What do you want to do when you grow up? Be an artist. What's it like to realize you aren't on death's door and leave hospice care? What's the feeling when you have to go back? I know a brain tumor can kill me. But knowing that I'm doing so well and better and can beat the brain tumor. It's like being in a war, you can't win the war but can win the battle. Feels great to get better. Thank you for watching, be sure to like and subscribe for more content every day.